Billy Ray, Donnel Pumphrey was the San Diego State team-selected MVP. This guy had 1,761 rushing yards this past season, a school record, second in school history, 19 touchdowns, first team All-Mountain West, led the Mountain West in rushes in terms of yards per carry. And this guy next season, there's got to be a full-on Heisman campaign for this kid.
Oh, man. You would think so, right?
Fourth in the country in rushing yards per game at 147 per. And you'll see him one last time at the end of his sophomore year when San Diego State takes on Navy in the Poinsettia Bowl.
He's doing it at 170 pounds.
He's doing it on a team that had quarterbacking issues all season because their starter was hurt. He was the option, and yet he was still able to get it done. Go Aztecs.com to get tickets or the San Diego State ticket office. And when you buy through San Diego State, you are helping the football program at San Diego State. Here is All-Mountain West Conference first-team running back, number 4 in the country, Donnel Pumphrey, returning to Scott and BR on the Mighty 1090. Donnel, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Doing really good. Yourself?
I'm pretty good. Thank you.
Just wrapping up practice?
Yeah, it's just getting out.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It went pretty good. It was more of a practice for the younger guys at the end of practice. So
Wait a second. Younger guys? You're one of the younger guys.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm a younger guy, but it's like more for like the red shirts for them to like get into the offense and the defense and run plays against each other.
Yeah, younger guys who aren't rushing for 1,800 yards. Donnel, we talked to Coach Long and asked him, when you recruited this kid, is this what you expected? And he said, I'd be lying if I said, yeah, this is what I expected. I didn't know he'd be like this. You tell us, how is it that a guy at your size is not only putting up the stats, but running between the tackles, which is what everybody always compliments you on? How do you do it?
Honestly, it's just hard. You have to have heart to be able to run between the tackles and be able to take the hits. But my offensive line, they've been the whole year, they've been able to open up holes, and me and Chase Price have just been able to hit the holes.
How long, how many times have you been sitting in the film room and watching the defenders try to reach over or just try to find out where you are? Because of your height, you fit behind that offensive line, and it's got to be a riot to watch from your perspective.
Oh, yeah, especially with us being at 8 yards in the backfield. It helps us be able to see the hole even much more and able to get through. And we watch film a lot. So, and Coach Horton, he tells us that, like, he'll come in the room and tell us that the DBs aren't able to, like, make good tackles or whatnot. And so we're able to live off that and make guys miss.
All right, Donnel Pumphrey, San Diego State superstar sophomore running back. When you were coming out of high school and you decided to come to San Diego State, did you have dreams of one day being a Heisman Trophy candidate? Did that seem reasonable to you at that time?
I mean, yeah, that's always been a dream of mine, especially playing the video game NCAA. You always want to win the Heisman. And
hold on, stop, please. So wait, so you're a gamer. You like to play.
Oh yeah, I love it.
and you're more of a college football gamer than a Madden gamer.
Oh yeah, I choose college over NFL any day.
Even in video games.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so you try to win the Heisman Trophy when you're playing the video game.
Yes.
And then you decided to try and win the Heisman Trophy in real life.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't know, has anybody in the athletic department talked to you about, like, hey, just so you know, next year, based on the success you've had in your first 2 years, we're going to do a full media blitz to try and bring you and the program the attention that a Heisman Trophy campaign brings. Have they talked to you about that?
No, honestly, no one's really spoken to me about that.
Jump on in, dog.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you think that that's something that you would be able to handle?
Honestly, yeah, because, I mean, I've won awards throughout my life, so I think I can hang on to that.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, just, start hyping me up for the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I have the talent.
Well, dude, I love to hear the confidence.
Yeah, man.
A lot of people say to me, they go, well, is he going to be around next year? And I said, yeah, he's only 2 years out of high school. He's got to play at least one more year. I mean, in all seriousness, are you starting to think to yourself, maybe this height thing isn't going to hold me back? I could play in the NFL.
Oh, that's never been an issue for me. I've always had the confidence to be able to just play the game, especially going to the next level. And I came in at like 154 pounds at 5'9". So, I mean, I think I'm able to play at this size and then at the next level.
Was there somebody, I mean, as you were coming up through the ranks, is there somebody that you can credit for actually letting you kind of realize that you could be that kind of running back?
Coach Horton and my high school head coach, Hunky Cooper, they both believed in me from the day I got here and the day I touched the field here. They had the confidence in me, and that helped me boost my confidence once I got here.
Donnel Pumphrey, 4th in the country in rushing yards per game at 147 per. First team All-Mountain West Conference, MVP of the San Diego State football team, San Diego State Navy at the Poinsettia Bowl. Tickets available at the San Diego State ticket office or goaztecs.com. You say 5'9". I've always had everybody say you're 5'6" or 5'7". You're not going with that.
Oh, no.
Hell no. Hell no. Dude, I'm wearing some extra long spikes and standing on the concrete. Measure me, Jack.
That's right.
All right, and what do you think? You think that if you got here at 154 and they say you play at 170, where do you think you'll be by next year? Or do you have a goal?
I mean, I have a goal at around like 178, 182 range for next season. Because usually I lose weight during the season, so they want me to be at least 180 before the season even starts. And
are you like looking at guys? I would look at Danny Woodhead, but you apparently tower over him. I would look at a guy like Darren Sproles, but clearly he's a tiny person next to you. Do you look at those guys and say, see, guys my size can play in the league?
Oh, yeah. And I've always looked at like Tavon Austin and D'Anthony Thomas. Those are guys that are my size as well, and they're speedy and able to make guys miss.
Wow. Gotcha. Donnel Pumphrey. How are you doing physically? Because in that San Jose State game, it looked like you were on pace, and we kind of gave Rocky the business about it. You know, you had the kid from Wisconsin break LaDainian Tomlinson's single game record, 400 and whatever yards in a game. Then you had the kid from Oklahoma come back the following week and break that record again. Against San Jose State, you were on pace to maybe rush for 600 yards in the game, but something happened to your ankle, so they pulled you out, but you'd already rushed for 250 or whatever the number was. Did you try and stay in the game?
I mean, yeah, I wanted to play in the game, but I mean, we have another running back who can take the toll as well, and he's been doing a good job this whole season and being the second back. So, and that's a big part of why I've been able to have big games at the end of the season, because we've been able to rotate.
All right, Donnel Pumphrey, and by the way, it was 263 yards on 21 carries and 3 touchdowns with a long of 61 yards. Donnel, it was a great, great sophomore campaign. Looking forward to your junior year, but before we get there, we'll have the Poinsettia Bowl against Navy. Will you be watching the Army-Navy game this weekend?
Oh, yeah, of course. Especially that's another game to watch our opponent and see what they do. So I'll be watching that game.
All right, looking forward to the Poinsettia Bowl. Hey, DP, congratulations, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Donnel Pumphrey.
What a story.